So nuclear is back on the menu. Nuclear's new lobby is basically comprised of 4 of the most powerful companies on earth. For 50 years or so, there was really fragmented advocacy for nuclear, really just kind of power wonks and energy companies. The environmental movement was somewhat fragmented and split on this. You can look at the history of Greenpeace. The founder of Greenpeace left the movement over nuclear. And so many environmentalists were against nuclear. And even though it is clean, and it turns out that many of those groups were funded by oil companies and foreign governments that have a vested stake in the price of oil. But net, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and Meta have basically, unlimited lobbying budgets, and they've decided that nuclear is super important to them. And so they're really pushing this. Finally, they're driving it. And, these are Silicon Valley companies getting behind this. There's a lot of new technology. There's a lot of technology that was developed over the last 40 years that has never been put into place because of the amount of burdensome regulation around this. And so finally, I think, these groups are finally getting behind figuring out how to get cheap energy. And so, we need nuclear. It needs to be safe. It needs to be modernized, but it needs to be in use and it needs to be in widespread use. And that will create really cost-effective baseload. But that's a 10-year problem.